2017 it was when I got posted in NSSO Dibrugarh. From the busy metros, happening nightclubs, and a fast-moving life in Delhi, I was thrown into this lackluster town. For the past 2 years, I have been living here. With passing time, I somehow managed to cope up. Found out that Northeast has a charm of its own. That's why people love coming back here. The food, the people, the ambience. I fell in love with everything. I decided to explore this part of the country. So here I was, riding on my motorcycle, going places, witnessing what this divine region has to offer. This time I decided to ride up to Bomdila. For the first day, I had to reach Tejpur. It was almost 340 kilometers. So the rain has finally stopped and I have just crossed Lakhimpur. Despite the heavy rains, I have covered a considerable amount of distance, like 150 kilometers till now, and it's 9:30 in the morning, and I hope to reach Tejpur by afternoon at around 1 or 2. I have stopped here in that roadside dhaba for some food.
और आप प्याज लो है ना सुन।
आप कितने बजे ये खोलते हैं ये? हाँ,
हम 6 बजे खुलता है।
मैं पहला हूँ क्या यहाँ पे अभी आज?
5 बजे खुलता है।
अच्छा। The sky becoming clearer, I twisted the throttle as hard as I could, as I still had to cover a sizable distance, and I wanted to ride the farthest before the rain interrupts again. Apart from very few bad patches, the roads completely assisted me, and I entered Tejpur without any severe hindrance. Finally I have reached Tejpur. Right now I am staying in Hotel Wilkinson Residency in Tejpur. The link I will give in the description box. So as you can see, I am super exhausted, and what I am gonna do right now is to get a shower and then jump right into the bed. Good morning. I woke up. I am already late. I was about to leave at 5 and it's already 6. Now I have already packed my stuff, and now I have to mount them on my bike, and I am all ready to go. Being late has always been a part of my journeys. I was quite used to with that habit of mine. I started on a good note, crossing the city without any traffic early in the morning. But little did I know that my fortune was going to deceive me that day. As soon as I entered Naberi National Park, the rear wheel got punctured and I was stranded in the middle of the jungle. This was the first time I was experiencing this mishap, and for the first few minutes I was a bit clueless. कहाँ पे है पिन? हाँ
कौन सा? This one. मिला? हाँ. मिला. So this is the pin that got stuck in my bike. My God, it's a big one.
I was already very late and I had to cover a distance of 170 kilometers. I wasted 2 hours in getting the puncture done. But was that all? Fortune says, wait buddy, ride as fast as you can, but I'm going to have the last laugh. As I was praying for no more excitement that day, bad news was waiting for me in the Bhalukpong checkpost. The roads through that route was closed for the day. There was construction work going on. Cheers to my luck. I thought of giving up for that day, but I was on the roads and was very adamant of completing the journey. Now I had to return all the way back to Tezpur and take an alternative route through Balemu. Now it was already 11:30 in my watch and I was on the roads for 5 long hours, but my effective displacement was 0. From then, I had to cover a total of 280 kilometers, 80% of which was through the mountain roads.
भैया सीधा अरुणाचल है. हाँ.
As I crossed Balemu checkpost and started to ascend the mountains, daylight was gradually fading and the uncertainty of not making up to Bomdila that day only in the back of my mind became prominent. The roads were nice but were twisting their way up to the mountains. That somewhat prevented me from riding fast. One thing I realized that riding in these mountain roads in the darkness would be actually very risky. As I was in a very tight schedule, I had to reach Bomdila that day. I met some of the fellow riders on my way, and every rider is a brother.
बॉम्बिला कितना दूर है? बॉम्बिला यहाँ से कितना दूर होगा?
ऐसे आपको करीबन आप भगा के जाएंगे तो 3 घंटा लगेगा.
भगा के तो नहीं जा सकता इस रास्ते में.
आपको यहाँ से बॉम्बीला पहुँचना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो आपको मतलब अच्छा वाला खाना या रहने का जगह मिलेगा नहीं.
बॉम्बिला
यहाँ पे आपका सामने पड़ेगा खरबजांग, वहाँ पे भी स्टे कर सकते हैं. वो करीबन ठीक ठाक है.
अच्छा.
और उसके ऊपर बॉम्बीला अगर जाएगा आप जाते जाते आपको करीबन 9 बज जाएगा रात को. वो भी भगा के जाना पड़ेगा. पूरा ऐसा ही है, पूरा जीक
रास्ता ऐसा ही है.
हाँ, रास्ता अच्छा है, बढ़िया है, बट ये पूरा जीक.
अच्छा.
तो आपको एक तवांग जाना है ना आपको.
वो तो कल जाना है.
कल जाना है तो आप आज वो खरबजांग में स्टे कर, वहाँ पे आपको मतलब रहने के लिए सब.
वो कितना दूर होगा
यहाँ से ज़्यादा दूर नहीं है. खरबजांग आपका कितना पड़ेगा? 30 किलोमीटर पड़ेगा.
बॉम्बिला 100.
हाँ,
बॉम्बिला 100 के करीब.
हाँ, बॉम्बीला वैसे ही पड़ेगा.
बॉम्बिला
मतलब नीचे से पूरा एकदम अलग. हम लोग भगा के आ रहे हैं, उतर रहे हैं, हम लोग को 2 घंटा लगेगा, 2.5 घंटा. ठीक है भाई.
As they had told, Bomdila was still very far, and there was not much time left before the light would actually vanish. And in these mountains, after sunset, only complete darkness prevails. The headlight of my bike wouldn't be enough, and I was very much aware of that fact. But there was a strong intent that pushed me for some extra kilometers. After a while, I met one German guy.
Where are you going?
I want direction.
No, today. Today where?
I don't know. Let's see.
Okay, I'm going to Bomdila. Can you like this? I'm a bit of riding.
I think I will not go to Bomdila today.
Okay. Where are you from?
Germany.
Germany.
I'm in middle of nowhere. I don't know where I am, where it is actually. Bomdila is still like 100 kilometers away from here. I made a terrible mistake of coming to Bomdila today only after the series of mishaps that had happened with me. I should have gone back to Tejpur and wait for today and start tomorrow again. I have seen this shop after 25 kilometers and stopped here for a chai break. Light will be gone at any moment and I am still far away from Bomdila. I don't know how will I reach, but I am really very scared.
Germans are known as one of the most fearless race in the whole world. Then I met one who didn't dare ride in those dangerous terrains that night, and I would say it was very sensible on his part. Then there was I, simple Bengali, who took the dare. I don't know what really got me going that night, but somewhere I wanted to do this, stretch my mental and physical limits. I reached Bomdila exhausted but satisfied.